Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for April the 30th through May the 6th. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. Thank you so much for popping in. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much. Listen, I really appreciate you guys. It's really helpful if you would like my videos, if you'd share them on your social media. And comment. I read every comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. The button's right there. Now, this is for your sun, moon and rising. So if you do know your moon and rising, the other links to the other videos will be below in the show more section. So check those out. Check out my website. I don't only do tarot cards and tarot readings. I do other things too. So check that out. And guys, I have a Patreon page now, and it's another way to show me some support. Check it out. Anyway, I have special posts just for my patrons, and thank you, patrons. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for your gratitude and continuing support. Thank you. I really, really appreciate you. So check out my Patreon page. You know, it's a way to support me. You can either do a one-time donation or just a little monthly, as little as $2 a month. It's not a lot to you, but it's huge to me. It makes a huge difference, and enables me to put out more free content. And also, I have these reward tiers. So, you know, check out the rewards. It might be worth it for you. Anyway, what else? Oh, the astrological report. I usually start with an astrological report, but this week is kind of interesting because there's no major movement going on, no transitions with the planets this week. The only planet, the moon, that's the only one moving, and the moon actually moves into a different sign roughly every 2.5 days, 2 to 3 days, on average 2.5 days. So that's continuing its movement. So I don't normally mention that. So there's not really that much to mention, except that Monday I'll just go over this. Monday we might be feeling rather intense from the full moon on Sunday, the 29th. So the 30th, we're going to be really feeling the aftermath of that. It's kind of very emotional and intense, that full moon in Scorpio. And towards the middle of the week, things are going to lighten up a bit and feel a little relief from that intense emotion. And a good way to kind of use that energy this week is really tap into your creative talent. You know, really get creative. It's a wonderful time to tap into that. So without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Taurus. Happy birthday. I'm just trying to think of all the Taurus in my life, the Taurians in my life. Alison Turner, happy birthday. I know it's yours. Of course, my sister Margaret, happy birthday. It's so funny because Alison has this wonderful fairy chocolate. She makes this incredible natural, you know, organic, handcrafted fairy chocolate. And I'm really inspired. And my sister makes fairy houses, and so it's interesting. They're both Taurus, right? They're very earth. They're very, you know, they're very grounded. And I am so inspired for the extra card. I bought these beautiful, when I was up visiting my sister, I bought these beautiful oracle cards. Aren't they beautiful? Look. The fairy forest. I love them. So this will be your extra card today, Taurus, for your birthday. My son's father. Oh, and of course my son, although I don't think he listens to this, but my son, Aiden, I love you. It's his birthday on the 7th. So next Monday, his birthday will be. So anyway, happy birthday to all you wonderful Taurus. And let's go to your cards. Now, the first card out is the Knight of Swords. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm banging into my microphone. Let me move that away because I tend to get very animated. Now, the first card out is the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, I just get this feeling that it's about dropping the judgment. And I know a lot of Taurus. I know it's very easy. They're like, well, they do this, they do that. Anyway, don't be quick to judge, because this guy comes in and he judges and there's no gray area for this guy. It's white or black, and he's very fast energy. So I am getting that it's like, drop the judgment, release it. Be open this week. Be very open to, before you make the judgment, just step back. Don't make your mind about something. Don't make a quick judgment. Don't make your mind up about people or things that they say, or just hold back on the judgment. That's what I'm getting, definitely. And clarifying it is the Empress, right? One of my favorite cards, guys. Oh, she's incredibly creative. She's manifesting. She's full of magic. And she is fertile with brilliant ideas, right? That can really manifest at this time. So be open to all the ideas that come to you this week. Look, they may come from someone that you don't agree with, or, it's so funny, right? One day an idea can be this brilliant idea, and the next day you're like, what was I thinking? And vice versa, right? So one day you're thinking, God, that's crazy. It's ridiculous, that idea. And then the next day you're like, wow, no, that was really brilliant, right? So this is definitely about dropping the judgment on what comes in for you this week, because something could be a real gem, Taurus. Now, the next card we have is the Two of Pentacles. That's like juggling. It's like a lot of things are going on. Fast energies coming in for you guys. Things are happening at a very fast pace. And so this, to me, is always about focus. It's like, don't listen. If you take your eye off the ball, it'll fall. But do you see the infinity sign there? You see? And the fact that it's coins. There's lots of things happening this week. And clarifying it, you have two cards, Taurus. One is the Queen of Air. And she's this incredible, intelligent, cerebral woman. She's she can cut through the bullshit. She really can. She can see right through. She's studied people, so she can see through them. She knows when someone is not authentic. She knows when someone's like selling you a dream. She has studied people really incredibly well. She knows all the patterns. Now, she also speaks her truth. But when she does, she can, she says the truth, she blurts it out, right? And I know a lot of Taurus have that capacity, right? Me too. I have a Taurus moon, so I'm the same. This is for me too, right? I say things sometimes without thinking. It's the truth, but look, this is saying this could be you, and it's saying be careful what you say and how you say it. Just think before you speak. Don't just blurt out whatever's on your mind. And this could be that you could encounter someone like this who can tell you something that's like, I don't want to hear that, but when it's so funny, I have a feeling that maybe somebody might say something to you, because I'm getting open again. So I'm getting the word open, big time. So this is about being open to hearing the message. Don't shoot the messenger. Look, this is the owl's there, so it's very wise. It's a wise owl. You might hear something that doesn't sound very good, but it might be what you need to hear. Sometimes we don't hear what we want to hear, but we hear what we need to hear. So we have to be open to hearing, or being open to the possibility of hearing that truth. Now, the Five of Fire, right? This is also about being open. So weird, right? This is about really being open to hearing. It's the same message, hearing information or an idea from someone that's really so far out, someone you wouldn't even consider listening to normally, right? But this information is going to come to you, this idea is going to come to you from out from left field, right? You never know what's going to come through, but don't drop the judgment. Definitely drop the judgment on any information that comes in. Contemplate and consider everything that comes to you this week. It's so important. I hope you guys are listening to this at the beginning of the week so that you can do that, so that you can be open to it. And look, we have the World. I love this card. This is this is about cycles. This is like you've come full circle, right? This is, you're at a point in your life where you can choose to go in a completely different direction. Now, if you're self-employed, it could be your business. You could go off in a different direction. If you're looking for a job, you could take up a whole new career. If you've been contemplating working on your life purpose or working towards your life purpose, you are being supported at this time to make that change and go in that direction. It's funny because today's tarot of the day was about change, but it was about living in your higher purpose. It's about accepting what your destiny is. And look, the Seven of Earth is clarifying that. Now, I always say this, it's like drop the judgment on yourself. It's so funny, drop the judgment. This is drop the judgment on yourself, Taurus. You can be critical of other people, but I think you're more critical of yourself than anyone else. So this is really important to stand back and look. This is definitely a fairy, right? Or an elf. This is about looking back at your life and seeing all the accomplishments, looking at what you have done as opposed to what you haven't. It's so easy to say, oh yeah, I've done that, but I need to do this and I've got to do that. We all do that, right? We can all go there. But at this time, you're being asked to really give yourself the credit for how far you've come, how much you've grown personally, and all the things that you have accomplished through your life, and all those terrible, stressful times that you've got through. Failures of the past are not failures. They are successes that you came through, right? They are, they were barriers and they were blockages that you broke through and survived. Look at what you have done. Look at how far you have come. Don't look at your limitations, look at your potential. Look at your accomplishments and and give thanks that you have come this far. It's very important. Drop the judgment on your others, on other people's opinions, and on yourself most of all. Now, here's your extra card because it's your birthday, and we are going to pull the Fairy Forest. Let's see what wonderful, I may have to read this because these are new. What wonderful information and blessing can we get from the Fairy Forest for Taurus, please? What wonderful information can we get for? What wonderful information can we get for Taurus? Oh, there it is. Let's see. Fairy godmother. That's what I always wanted to be as a child. Oh, I have to put my glasses on, excuse me. Revelation, discovery, and epiphany. Oh my God, that's what. Look, fairy godmother. Look, that's a better. Oh, it's. There we are, fairy godmother. What a gorgeous card, right? It's beautiful. These cards are incredible. Revelations, discovery, and epiphany. And that's exactly what we were talking about. Fairy godmother, 32. 2 and 3 goes back to 7. 2 and 3 is 5, I'm sorry, which I really think is being open to discovering ideas from places that were. But I'm going to read it. Let's see what it has to say. 32. When the fairy godmother comes to you, be aware that this is a time when you will discover what has been long hidden from you. Your true self will be revealed in surprising ways every day. And sudden moments of heightened perception will make this time especially significant for you. People finally get found out. Manipulators can be seen through. The Queen of Air. Where are we? Manipulators can be seen through. True costs of circumstances are revealed, and any lies about you will be seen. This can be hard, but it is truly a hardship that is born of protection. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what we were saying with this. The truth is going to come out for you. So you're going to be seeing, you're going to see, it's going to be hard to see, but you're going to see people that are in this case, perhaps people who are taking advantage of you. And I think that the Two of Pentacles is about really being focused and seeing that. You are safer for knowing in whom you can trust in order to make the right choices for your soul. Throughout these revelations and insights will be a guiding hand. And this is the fairy godmother. She is showing you what it is you need to know in order to create and foster a life that works for you. And she is a protective force too. So what you need will come to you now, sometimes in very strange ways. Oh my God, I am blown away. Look. Sometimes things are going to come to you in strange ways from out of left field, but you have to be open, right? These things are really going to come for you. And the creativity and manifestation is the Empress. Be mindful of counting your blessings at this time, for this is the energy your fairy godmother can draw upon to keep transforming your life into one which is more abundant, magical, meaningful, and joyful. Note every moment of truth. They are all significant, and you are better for discovering what was once hidden from you. And that is noted, because don't forget, so this is in the middle of the reading, right? These two cards were clarifying this. So this is really paying attention and being in the moment, right? Being able to juggle a lot, but being completely focused. And this is exactly the meaning of the fairy godmother. So the truth is going to come in for you, and it's not going to, and it could be about somebody who's manipulating you. It could be about how you're feeling about yourself or someone else. But I am getting that you need to keep this as a change in your life. This is going to be a change. This is going to be a wonderful change for you. Look, it's Plutonian, right? It's definitely Plutonian, what we're feeling with this full moon. Things that have been hidden are going to come up, and major changes up for most of us. And if we embrace that change and we release that which no longer works for us, we can move forward and be really and have a happy, joyous and contented life, moving forward. It's about releasing what no longer works for you. And you have help. Your fairy godmother is here to help you. She's going to help you, darling. Taurus, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all. Mwah. Happy birthday season, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.